Good evening and welcome to the South Brunswick School Board's meeting. I would ask everyone to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and please remain standing. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for a moment. Yesterday, we were given the extremely sad news that a ninth grader, Alan Ranjit, passed away very early Wednesday morning from a medical emergency. The entire board and the district are saddened by Alan's passing, and we want to send our condolences to the family and loved ones of Alan, as well as his sister Christy, who is currently a junior at South Brunswick High School. Prior to South Brunswick High School, Alan attended elementary school at Brooks Crossing and was also a student at Crossroads North. Please know that tragic news like this affects everyone, and it affects everyone differently. The high school has shared this information as well as it shares resources and information to students about counseling that is available. As well, if your school does need support, please reach out. At this time, please join us for a moment of silence as we reflect on Alan. Thank you, and please keep Alan, his family, and his friends in your thoughts and prayers. Thank you. I'd like to now read the statement of advance notice. The New Jersey Open Public Meeting Act, NJSA 10-4-6, also known as the Sunshine Law, was enacted to ensure the right of the public to have advance notice of and to attend the meetings of public bodies at which any business reflecting or affecting their interest is discussed or acted upon. The primary purpose is for board members to discuss and vote on board business. In accordance with the provisions of this act, the board secretary has caused notice of this meeting 48 hours prior to the public, including date, time, and location, to be posted in the South Brunswick Public Library, the board office, filed with the township clerk, and communicated to the Home News Tribune and the Star Ledger. It is also posted on the district website. Mr. Pawlowski, can I have roll call, please?
Ms. Julie Ferrara.
Present.
Ms. Laura Hernandez.
Here.
Ms. Deepa Karthik. Alicia Khan. Mr. Raj Krishna.
Here.
Mr. Mike Mitchell.
Present.
Mr. Barry Nathanson.
Here.
Dr. Smita Raj. Mrs. Lisa Rogers.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you, sir. May I have now a motion and a second to approve tonight's meeting agenda? Moved by Mr. Mitchell. Mr. Krishna, I'm sorry, he had already his hand up. Raj Krishna. Thank you. May I have all in favor? Aye. Any nays? Thank you. We will move forward. Next order of business is the board minutes of December 14th, 2023, January 4th, 2024, and executive meeting minutes of December 14th, 2023. Board Secretary, Mr. Pawlowski, has drafted the minutes from both meetings, and they were posted on the board portal. Are there any corrections to the minutes as distributed by any board member? Seeing none, we will move on and post the minutes. Next is the report of the student representative, Defan Lee.
Good evening, everyone. Starting off with some news from the high school, we're very excited to announce our upcoming Winter Spirit Week from January 22nd to 26th with this year's theme #SBGetsSocial. Student Council will be hosting a Spirit Week contest to see which first block class is the most spirited. The class with the most spirit points will earn a free breakfast, with extra points awarded if teachers are dressed up as well. On Wednesday, Student Council attended the NJASC Winter Conference. 24 students from Student Council and the class councils attended the conference, where they were able to participate in multiple workshops and networking opportunities. Our student council presented a very well-attended workshop on running a successful student senate. We are excited to announce that for the 17th year, we earned the Honor School Award. This award recognizes accumulated years that schools follow criteria recognized by NJASC as being important for developing and maintaining a successful student council program. We also earned the Top 10 Projects Award for our SBHS Feeds the Hungry Food Drive. The Top 10 Projects Award recognizes only 10 schools each year for outstanding projects or activities that they conduct in their schools. We are moving to the next steps in our application process for the Standards of Excellence Award and will be both hosting and visiting the Student Council from Cherry Hill East High School to conduct evaluations of our student government programs. The SBHS Pirandello Players have been preparing for their opening performance of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, taking place this evening, Friday, and Saturday at 6:30 p.m. in the SBHS Auditorium. More than 30 DECA members were qualified to compete in the State Career Development Conference, which will be taking place in March and includes a 2-night stay in Atlantic City. The class of 2025 is hosting a spikeball tournament tomorrow night, and the World Language Club is hosting an Around the World talent show on February 1st. The Viking Closet is hosting their red carpet prom dress drive, where they will be collecting new and gently loved prom dresses, formal attire, and shoes. Items can be dropped off at the high school from 7:40 to 3:30 p.m. That's all I have for everyone tonight, and I hope you have a wonderful night.
Thank you so much for your report. Moving on is the report of the president. I'm just going to highlight a couple things. As you'll see tonight, we have a Say it again? Okay. It's something with the sound. I'm sorry. The board members' seating is a little different this time. We are trying to adjust it so that the board can interact a little differently and better. So that's why we have a little different seating tonight. We're going to try it out. Hopefully it'll work, but now all the board members can actually talk to each other. And so that's why it's a little different. So if there's any comments from the boards afterward, the members I'd be appreciative if I could get your comments. The second thing is the committee structure for 2024 has been set. The following committees and chairs and members are on the following. For business operations and township shared services, which includes facilities, security, transportation, and technology, we have Barry Nathanson, who is the chair. Raja Krishna, Mike Mitchell will be the members, and the administration point of contact will be Dave Pulowski. For policy, Alicia Khan is the chair. Deepa Karthik and Laura Hernandez are the members, and Dave is also the admin POC. For education, which includes curriculum, instruction, and student services, Laura Hernandez is the chair. Smitha Raj, Deepa Karthik are members, and Suzanne Luckborn and Dr. Evelyn Mammon are the admin POC. In finance, Mike Mitchell is the chair, along with Barry Nathanson and Julie Farrar. Dave Pulowski is the administrative POC. We do have an ad hoc committee, which is the advocacy committee. Myself and Deepa Karthik are members. And for negotiations, we have Barry Nathanson, Raja Krishna, Mike Mitchell, Alish Khan, and myself. And our superintendent, Mr. Fetter, is the point of contact. We also, the board chairs will be responsible for completing the agenda after confirming with the respective admins and ensuring posting of the agenda and minutes to the portal. Please ensure that all 2023 minutes have been posted. You've also received the template to follow for the agenda. Please ensure that you review the 2023 goals to ensure compliance within your respective committee and also ensure the goals of that committee are relevant. In regard to liaison positions, 2 members are identified for PTO and school meetings. Please ensure you both notify the principal and the PTO president that you are the liaison. Also, just a note, when reporting on liaison activities, the individual, the board member liaison that's identified, either one, should be the one that reports on all events and meetings at the PTO. This way it limits to one individual, but you should recognize any board member that was in attendance. Okay? This way it'll also be a more efficient process. Finally, the township liaisons are not listed as yet, as we plan on discussing these positions with the township officials to ensure agreement or need for the town BOE liaisons. And all of this information will also be posted on the district website. One goal that we will be doing, and I have spoken to Mr. Fetter about this, is board communication. That's one of our goals to enhance our stakeholder communication. So I've received approval from Mr. Superintendent, Mr. Fetter. I wanted to say doctor. Ooh, Mr. Fetter, that we're going to move forward with a monthly update to the public. We send out, or excuse me, the administration sends out on Thursdays updates to the district. What we're going to do is relevant information from the board will also be posted on that on the first Thursday of every month. So it will be guiding you to specific information regarding board committees, board information, et cetera, to keep the public much more updated on board activity. So you'll be seeing that soon. And I believe that is it. Yes, so that is my report. Next order of business. Any questions? No, okay. Next is the report of the superintendent of schools, Mr. Fetter.
First, welcome to all of our extras in our audience today. Thank you for doing this and coming out. I think they're here because of School Recognition Month. I'm going to share something before the meeting officially was underway. Mrs. Rogers held a moment of silence. I know there was sound issue with the community for Alan Ranjit. He's a freshman. He was a freshman in our high school who passed away suddenly following a medical emergency. So obviously this is, hits the town hard, hits the schools hard, and a moment of silence was held. I just want to share that with the community who missed any of the wording that was spoken at that time. On top of that, we do have our School Board Recognition Month, which is why we have so many wonderful guests. So they're going to do their thing, but personally, on behalf of myself and our team up here, this is an amazing board. And I can actually look in one direction and see all the board. This is an amazing board, extremely supportive of the staff, the families, the kids, and as administrators, we're very thankful that our relationship is incredibly solid, always working together. Doesn't mean we always agree exactly. Sometimes you're wrong. And
sometimes we let you be wrong.
but really, it's not every board is like this. And so this is an outstanding board. And glad to have you all back and another year with the same board. So that's awesome. And so thank you. But you'll get a bigger thanks shortly. It'd be weird to do this and not really talk about the reality that we have a snowstorm coming tomorrow. So I would imagine you're all looking for me to use this opportunity and maybe share some news for tomorrow. Yeah, no, I'm not going to do that. But I understand why you'd want me to do that. I do understand that.
That's mean. That's mean.
I do understand that. But right now we're at a board meeting. We cannot do that kind of thing at a board meeting. So I'm not going to share yet. Plus, we have to still work through a few things on that. But we'll be reaching out and letting the families and the students and the staff know what's going on. And I sent out a letter to all of you today at home and to our staff. So that's kind of where we are. But we are watching very closely, and we will make the decision shortly. Another important piece of information, the preschool lottery was held. And I know families involved with that. You'll be getting information on that by around January 31st. So that's what you can expect information on that. Quick note, we have an advisory committee meeting at the township level for January 24th, which is next Wednesday. And now I just want to spend a little time on something that affects everybody. It's the school calendar. So right now we're asking the board to adopt a calendar for the next school year. With that calendar, I want to point out a few of the features of the calendar. Number one, starting in September, the calendar starts with students and all staff coming back after Labor Day. So that's always nice when we're able to do that. Another highlight is we're maintaining the week off of no school in November, starting from November 4th to November 8th. Another highlight that we're presenting to the board for approval tonight is that when we hit the winter recess, it will actually be a full 2-week recess. He almost jumped out of his chair.
No, that face was the best.
What was that?
You, this light right here.
But extra school for you in July, don't you worry. But, so all that is scheduled in this one. Spring break would begin, the last day would be April 11th. Snow day, one of those inclement weather day that we might need is April 21st, which is the Monday that follows spring break. And then the next important piece of information on the calendar, this, by the way, this calendar includes all of the holidays we always honor and celebrate. And the downside to the calendar is it does end very late in June, and that is because all of the holidays this year fall on school days. This year, for example, we're ending a week earlier than next year because a lot of them fell on weekends, so we didn't need to take off school days. So the last day and graduation, which we have secured at the Cure Center in Trenton for 10 a.m., which is our time that the high school tries to keep all the time, will be June 27th, Friday.
Ouch.
That's the downside. But it has a lot of good features, and there's really no way to make it that much earlier, to be honest. There's no way to get out of that week and make it earlier. You can make it a couple days earlier, but we sacrifice other things. Another feature of this calendar for football fans is on February 10th next year, just like February 12th this year, the day after the Super Bowl, the Monday, is a delayed opening scheduled. Now, another one almost jumped out of his chair. Very nice. So the delay opening is because our teachers do a nighttime conference, and we give them time back for that every year. So we've just placed that time then. It's a win-win. We need to give the time back somewhere, either a delay somewhere or an early release somewhere. So we do it there so that, people that do stay up for that game, because, the Jets will be in it again next year. I say again because it was only about 50 years ago, but it isn't again. Yes. So, why is this? What's happening? A lot of, happening going on today. I made a very simple comment. The Jets will be in the Super Bowl next year. I made that comment this year too.
It's not working.
So that's what you're being asked to approve. The board has had this for a while, and we sent you information. Interestingly enough, the last thing I'll share is the school district will actually be closed on Halloween, which is Thursday.
This little boy, I love him.
I should be doing this while the students in the audience. So on October 31st this year, which is a Thursday, we're going to be closed. That is honoring the day of Diwali. And then we are back in school on Friday and then off the next week. So it's a wacky scenario, but we'll make it all work. And other than that, that's the calendar that we wanted to make sure the board knew. If you have any questions, please, we can ask those questions. But let's hold the questions till,
Yeah.
let's hold all questions about anything I'm saying now until after, because we want to get the kids going. Lastly, the Invention Convention had to be moved. It's now going to be January 27th. And that is, and the Parendale Players.
Yeah.
I know DFAN mentioned that, but Friday, tomorrow night is canceled. And they're doing 2 performances on Saturday. And cool thing about one of our students, I'm going to share this, then I'm going to be done. We're going to share with you that one of our 12th grade students, Ishan Sinha, was named a scholar in the Regeneron Science Talent Search 2024. This is the nation's oldest and most prestigious science and math competition for high school seniors. The competition is owned and produced by Society of Science. Each student who is named a scholar receives $2,000, and each school receives $2,000. We only need like 11 million more to break even. So we need a lot more students getting the $2,000. This is amazing. We congratulate Ishan, and this is really, we obviously, I'm not announcing 20 of these kids. This is rare and really cool. So
That's fantastic.
good stuff, and just a shining example for South Brunswick. And I will end my report, and again, hold questions on the calendar, if you have any, until a little later in the meeting. Thank you very much, and I would like to turn it over to...
Mr. Ratin, Principal of
There we
Indian
go.
Fields, for recognition. Thank you, Mr. Fetter.
Thank you, and good evening, board members, students, staff, and community members. Tonight, we take time to recognize the Board of Education. On behalf of the principals, our gift to you tonight is hearing from those you impact, hearing from those you do all this work for, hearing from those that make you smile, hearing from those that make your work so deeply important. From preschool through high school, students have come to acknowledge and thank you for all you do. Students will be coming to each board member after their words. After the students come visit you, we'll have them stay kind of where they are with you so that we can get a nice group photo when we conclude as a memento for you, as well as for the students and their families. We hope you enjoy this gift of students' words of gratitude. Excuse me while I move the podium, because we need all the faces and bodies to be seen. We'll have the students start coming up to here. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Logan from Dayton's Free School. Thank you for numbers for going to lots and lots of meetings. Hi, my name is Felix from Dean's Preschool. Thank you for staying up late. Past my bedtime.
Good evening. My name is Adya Patel from Indian Fields Elementary School. Thank you, board members, for giving your valuable family time for all of us to have the best education possible.
Good evening. My name is Julia Hertez from Brooks Crossing School. Thank you, board members, for working together to solve problems like we do in school.
Hold here for 1 second. I'll tell you 1 second.
Good evening. My name is Hari Verkula from Brunswick Acres Elementary School. Thank you, board members, for creating and joining committees to solve all those problems.
Right here. I'll tell you 1 second. And just nice and slow. Okay? All right. Go for it. Nice and slow. Take your time.
Good evening. My name is Frankie Maldonado from Greenbrook School. Thank you, board members, for asking all the hard questions that needs a lot of thought.
Just wait 1 second. I'll tell you when to go.
Yes.
What do you think? Yes or no? No. Honest no comment. What do you think? Loud.
No.
Okay, take your time, nice and slow. Go.
Good evening. My name is Chad Stewart from Cambridge Elementary School. Thank you, board members, for preparing before meetings so you know what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah. I like you a lot. That was the best, dude. I can't give you a hug, but I want to. Let me shake your hand. Go ahead, shake my hand, honey. That's gorgeous. Thank you. That's so cute. Oh, Sour Patch.
Good evening. My name is Vanilla Munchie Cutler from Monmouth Junction School. Thank you, board members, for holding high expectations for teachers and students. That's how we can be our best.
Oh, very good. Excellent. That was nice. Turn around and take a picture. Good job.
Good evening. My name is Connor Jong from Constable School. Thank you, board members, for highlighting important community events so we all know what is happening in South Brunswick.
Good evening. My name is Liam Robertson from Crossroads South Middle School. Thank you, board members, for attending events at every school. That's a lot of events.
Okay.
Good evening. My name is Edelyn Jaquez from Crossroads North School. Thank you, board members, for partnering with the Ed Foundation to support needs in our schools.
Good evening. My name is Blessing Karoma from South Brunswick High School. Thank you, board members, for going the extra mile to Trenton to advocate for our district beyond South Brunswick.
Good evening. My name is Catherine Cannon from South Brunswick High School. Thank you, board members, for taking such great care of our South Brunswick schools.
Yeah. Whoop.
Thank you so much to the students in our pre-K through high school programs for this board presentation and, more importantly, to recognize the work that you do. We hope that you appreciated the gift of hearing directly from them and seeing them in person. So that concludes our board appreciation. And again, we hope you enjoyed having the students here and hearing directly from them. Thank you for all you do on behalf of the school district and the principals of South Brunswick. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's have a
small favor to ask. If I can have all the students in the audience come up here, please.
Uh-oh, you're in trouble.
All the students in the audience.
I don't think your mic's working, Scott.
Is this working? Is this on?
All the students.
All the students in the audience?
Do you want us
Come
to
on up over here, right over here by me. Right over
Do you
here.
want us to double up or something?
No. I don't need you guys for this.
Okay, he doesn't need us. But we need you.
Come on, all the way up.
Hi, buddy. How we doing? Can I have a handshake? All right.
Come on, you gotta get closer. Closer over here. Anybody else in the audience?
I don't know what he's
Kids
doing.
only. I don't need any parents on this one.
I don't know what he's doing, so we can't do anything yet.
No, over here. Yo. Right here.
Over there.
Right here.
Oh, right here.
Right here.
Right in front of
Y'all look
admin.
at me. No, you're not taking a picture. You're talking to me. Come here, look at me.
Face this way.
Y'all look at me.
Look at Mr. Feder.
Listen, I'm gonna just hit my record button, okay?
Uh-oh.
All right, so listen. So I'm just gonna ask you a question, and I just need a one-word answer to the question. Okay? One word. You two, stop it.
Can you please?
Oh, I love this kid. He's so cute.
All right, hold on, let me get this working. You ready? You ready, little guy?
You ready?
Give me a fist bump.
There we go. Oh, man, that was brutal.
All right, here we go.
How about turn around?
I'm gonna ask a question.
Listen.
You have to loudly answer the question. Loudly. Should we have a snow day tomorrow, Friday? Yes or no?
No snow day tomorrow? They got
thinking no school.
confused.
Saying
Right.
yes, he meant no school. So
Do you want me to try again?
Let's do that one again.
We'll try again. And tomorrow is the 20th?
Tomorrow's the 20th.
we scared.
Ready to try
Listen
again?
to the question.
We'll try again. Tomorrow's the 19th. All right, here we go. Ready? One more try.
Should we have a snow day?
All right, hold on. I'm going to delete this one. I'm going to try again. Here we go. I'll start the whole thing. Ready? Just don't wait till you hear me ask the question, though. Hello, South Brunswick. We're here tonight with all of our students, and I just have a question to ask them. Students, should South Brunswick schools be closed tomorrow due to the snow? Yes! All right, we'll see.
Listen to the recording, okay?
I was just curious what you thought. I wasn't sure.
You'll be on
So
the
now-
recording. You'll be on the recording. Great, now the parents are going to get mad again at the last time.
Listen, that wasn't a decision. I was asking students their opinion, okay?
That was phenomenal. First, the first thing I want to do is thank Peter and the team. Thank you so much for doing this. It's an honor to be a board member in South Brunswick. It truly, truly is. We truly respect the administration, the teachers and staff for all the hard work that you do. So this is very special, the recognition that you give us. And for the children that participated tonight, I cannot extend our thanks enough. I really can't. The preschoolers, come on. I mean, seriously, how cute are they? They did a phenomenal job. We also know that we now have Dave's replacement. He's already dressed in a suit and tie. That's that you could be the new business administrator, I'm telling you. You got the tie going. Very handsome, very handsome. But I appreciate it. I know that every single board member here appreciates the time that you took to come tonight. We know you have homework, and we know some of you, it's past your bedtime. I'm so sorry. But thank you. And thank you to the parents for raising such wonderful kids. This is why we do what we do. They're just great. I love kids. Thank you so much. And now, the best part, you don't have to stay any longer because we know you have homework and you want to go to bed. So if you'd like to leave, we're going to take 5 minutes or so to allow you guys to leave. You are more than welcome to stay to see how it happens, but feel free if you'd like to go. And parents, thank you again.
What?
What's going to happen?
We finish our meeting, and then we all get to go home.
You can
But we have the whole
stay.
rest of the meeting now.
Do you want to stay for the meeting? Or he goes like this?
Dad was like, no,
We're
leaving.
out of here.
Milk and cookies, right?
That was cute.
Milk, cookies, hot chocolate.
Yum. No, Sour Patch. Ooh, Sour Patch.
See, I don't have any time to write.
To me, give me a chance. Is that on? Oh, they could hear me. Okay, we are going to continue now. The next order of business is committee and liaison reports. Since we have not had an official meeting yet, any committee member, I don't believe there's anything to discuss, but I want to open it to the previous chairs. If you have anything that you want to speak about, Dr. Raj, Ms. Karthik, Mr. Mitchell, or Mr. Nathanson, previous chairs, anything? Mr. Mitchell? Oh, he was waving. He was waving.
Bad timing.
That was funny. All right, great, thank you. So the committees will start up. As I had mentioned before, please reach out to your point of contact and provide all committee members the schedule of meetings. Okay, next order of business is public comments.
Madam Chair.
Yes.
I want to make a comment about an event I attended
sure.
last night.
Yeah.
I promised that I would say something. I was able to go and visit or support the middle school football banquet last night. And I want to thank Coach Rodriguez and his staff for the wonderful job that they did putting this together last night to recognize our student athletes. The middle school football program for how handsome, how decked out our football team was. They all had ties on.
Nope.
And even the one that didn't have a tie on, he had a tie for them. So I was so impressed and so thankful for the invitation to attend and support them. It was well worth the extra hour and a half.
That's great.
You know, like they said, you know, we put in extra hours for, not only for meetings, but attending events too. So this makes it worthwhile. And just wanted to share that with the board.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Nathanson.
Yeah, so as a member of the New Jersey School Board Legislative Committee, I got an update on the law the governor just signed as far as the FAFSA was concerned. There was a lot of, and I'm going to send it out to you all, there was a lot of changes made to the bill. The sponsor wasn't happy, but we don't care. They made it a better bill. It's still not perfect, but it's a lot better. It's a lot easier to opt out. There's a lot of other things in it that make it a lot better. So I have a pretty good explanation coming from the Legislative Committee, so I'll send it out to everybody.
Excellent. Thank you. And that's in regard to the FAFSA.
Right.
Thank you. Anybody else? No? Very good. All right, that closes that section of Board Committee Reports and Liaison. Next is public comments on agenda items only. The Board of Education recognizes the value of public comment on educational issues and the importance of allowing members of the public to express themselves on school matters of community interest. Complete copies of Policy 0167, which govern this portion of the meeting, are available to the public at the auditorium entrance, online or by contacting the board office. To permit the fair and orderly expression of comments, we ask that participants be recognized by the presiding officer and preface comments by announcing his or her name, place of residence, and group affiliation, if appropriate, and by completing the sign-in sheet. Please print legibly, or we may be unable to document your name for permanent record. Each statement made by a participant shall be limited to 3 minutes. No participant may speak more than once on the same topic. Mr. Pawlowski will indicate when you have 15 seconds remaining. All statements shall be directed to the presiding officer. No participant may address or question board members. No discussion between a participant and respondent shall extend the 3-minute timeline. Mr. Pawlowski, do we have anyone register for public comments?
We have no pre-registrations.
Very good. Is there anyone in the audience that would like to make a public comment on consent agenda items only? Seeing none, we will close this portion of the meeting. At this time, moving on, we have no old business at this time, and we have no new business at this time. Next order of business is the consent agenda review by Mr. Pawlowski.
All set?
All set.
All right, here we go. 5 minutes or less. We have a very short consent agenda this evening. We're approving some transfers, some financials, and a bills list. We're approving the acceptance of revised Chapter 192, 193 funds. We have a transportation contract. We also have some out-of-district tuition, and we're approving displaced students' tuition, displaced students' tuition contract. We have our harassment, intimidation, and bullying, student field trips, the standard professional development travel expense, and that being said, we have a school calendar that Mr. Fetter talked about earlier, and we're approving our board committee and liaison assignments will be upcoming. Other than that, you have your personnel agenda, or your personnel for the consent agenda, and that's your whole agenda this evening.
Thank you.
Consent agenda in 5 minutes or less.
Very good. May I have a motion and second for the consent agenda of January 18th, 2024? We will open it for discussion after the second motion. May I have a motion, please?
Motion.
Dr. Raj, Ms. Hernandez is a second. Does anyone have any questions on the consent agenda? Mr. Nathanson.
Under the human resources, tonight, Mark Babbage has put in his papers to retire. He is at the high school right now. He started in 1990, so he's got 34 plus years. So I want to wish him the best.
Thank you. And we also want to wish all those that are retiring as well. Thank you. Okay, so we have roll call, Mr. Pawlowski, for consent agenda.
Ms. Julie Ferrara,
Accept?
Mrs. Laura Hernandez,
Yes.
Mrs. Deepa Karthik.
Yes.
Ms. Alicia Khan, Mr. Raja Krishna. Yes. Mr. Mike Mitchell.
Yes.
Mr. Barry Nathanson.
Yes.
Dr. Smitha Raj, Mrs. Lisa Rogers.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Moving on, public comments, a second opportunity. This is the second opportunity for the public to comment on any matter. You are reminded of the previous statement made regarding public comment, rules of policy 0167. Again, at the podium, please state your name, spell your name, and announce your place of residence, as well as sign the sign-in sheet clearly and legibly. You will be limited to 3 minutes, and the rules that I had mentioned earlier still apply. Do we have any members, Mr. Pawlowski, who pre-registered?
We have no pre-registrations, but we do have somebody standing at the podium.
Yes. We have someone standing at the podium.
Yes, good
Please
evening.
state your name, spell your name, and sign.
My name is Albert J. Lipovsky, Lipov as in Victory, SKY. I'm a resident of North Brunswick, New Jersey. As you may have seen, I've attended most of these meetings over the last year. I just want to comment on this arrangement. As a spectator, a member of the public, this does not seem like a good idea to me. I was in management for decades. Every meeting that was organized, you always had the chair in the middle and people on both sides. This is now more isolated for those two folks down the end there. They don't even seem like they're part of the board. They should be sitting right in these two seats right over here. These people are not on the board. They're not elected officials. I don't understand the principle behind what you did. Before, when you had a question from one of the folks down the end there, you easily turned your head and you could speak to them with no problem. Why can't you turn your head this way and easily speak to the people here? Why do those two people have to be isolated like they're in outer Mongolia over there?
Thank you for your comment. I am going to respond to that. The board had requested a better arrangement. This is not a debate, sir. You've made your 3-minute comment. There's no further debate. It is also the responsibility of this board to discuss how the arrangement should be. This is an arrangement that this board has requested. I appreciate your comments. Thank you very much. Moving on. Is there any further business to be discussed? No. Very good. Please, hold on, Barry. Please note that the next scheduled Board of Education meeting is set for Thursday, February 8th, 2024. May I have a motion to adjourn? Mr.
Second.
Nathan, seconds. Mr. Mitchell, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Thank you, South Brunswick, and have a wonderful night. It is now 7:45 p.m. Thank you.